Imagine if Washington, D.C., London, and Beijing all burned to the ground in the same decade. Global trade stops instantly. The internet goes dark. Writing is forgotten. Billions vanish. It sounds like dystopian fiction, but this actually happened. This is the greatest cold case in human history. We are traveling back 3,000 years to the late Bronze Age, a world eerily similar to our own. It was a time of massive, interconnected empires. The Egyptians ruled the Nile with gold and grain. To the north, the mighty Hittites controlled Anatolia with disciplined armies and iron discipline. And in Greece, the Mycenaeans, the legendary heroes of the Trojan War, ruled the seas. These kings called each other brother. They had treaties, diplomatic marriages, and a global economy. They relied on a complex web of trade. Tin from Afghanistan mixed with copper from Cyprus to create bronze, the oil of its day. It was too big to fail. Until, suddenly, around the year 1177 BC, the entire system crashed. In a single human lifetime, every major palace from Greece to Gaza was destroyed and abandoned. We have the distress signals. A desperate letter from the last king of Ugarit reads, "My father, behold, the enemy's ships came here. My cities were burned, and they did evil things in my country." Archaeologists found that tablet baking in a kiln. The city was destroyed before it could ever be sent. Who were these destroyers? Where did they come from? And how did they vanish back into the mist? Join us as we hunt down the greatest serial killers of civilization in history. To find the culprits, we must travel to Egypt, to the temple of Medinet Habu, the only nation left standing to record the horror. Pharaoh Ramses III ordered massive reliefs carved into the stone, celebrating his victory over a mysterious coalition. He called them the People of the Sea. Now, they were unlike anything the Egyptians had ever seen. Egyptian records state they made a conspiracy in their islands. No land could stand before their arms. They hit the Hittites, the Mycenaeans, Cyprus, and Canaan like a swarm of locusts burning toward the Nile. For centuries, scholars have tried to unmask these sea peoples. The Egyptians gave them terrifying names: the Peliset, the Shurden, the Shekelesh. Who were these ghost warriors? Theory number 1. The Peliset are the most famous. You know them by their biblical name, the Philistines. Evidence shows Philistine pottery in Canaan looked almost exactly like Greek pottery. They were refugees from the Aegean. Theory number 2, the Shurden. Warriors with horned helmets who had actually served as mercenaries for Egypt years prior. Many linguists believe the Shurden eventually gave their name to the island of Sardinia. But here is the twist. These weren't just Viking raiders looking for gold. Look closely at the Egyptian carvings. They didn't just bring swords, they brought ox carts, wives, and children. They weren't an army of conquest. They were a desperate migration, a population on the move. Imagine millions of people displaced today showing up at your border armed and starving. That was the Sea Peoples. But what made them run? Why did the entire civilized world collapse all at once? The Sea Peoples may have pulled the trigger, but they didn't load the gun. Modern science has revealed a much darker truth behind the apocalypse. We used to think it was just war. Now, hard scientific data points to a systems collapse. A perfect storm of catastrophes. Evidence number 1. Mega drought. The region was hit by a climate shift that lasted for decades. Pollen samples taken from ancient lake beds show a massive drop in rainfall right around 1200 BC. The Hittite Empire was starving. Records show them begging Egypt for grain shipments just to survive. Evidence number 2, the earthquake storm. The region sits on a massive tectonic jigsaw puzzle. Geologists have found evidence of a dense cluster of powerful earthquakes rocking the major cities right before the collapse. Imagine trying to rebuild your city after an earthquake while enduring a 50-year drought. Evidence number 3, internal rebellion. When the kings couldn't feed the people turned on the kings. Many destroyed cities show signs of being sacked from within, suggesting civil war, not just foreign invasion. And finally, the economy broke. This hyper-connected world was fragile. Remember the tin? If the trade routes are cut by war or bandits, you can't make bronze. The military-industrial complex halts. Drought, famine, earthquakes, rebellion, broken trade. Any one of these is bad. All of them together? It's the apocalypse. The sea peoples weren't the cause. They were the result. They were victims of the same climate disaster, fleeing for their lives. Like loose cannons on a sinking ship, they crashed into already weakened states, delivering the final, fatal blow. The great powers fell one by one. The light of civilization flickered out, and the world entered the first true dark age. But even after the end of the world, life finds a way. For 300 years, the region went dark. Populations plummeted. Great art and writing were lost. But from the ashes, a new world emerged. The shortage of bronze forced blacksmiths to master a new, stronger metal, iron. New, smaller, more agile powers rose up. The Phoenicians, who gave us the alphabet. And in the hill country of Canaan, a new group emerged from the chaos, eventually forming the kingdoms of Israel and Judah. The Bronze Age collapse is a mirror to our own time, a highly globalized, complex society brought down by climate and systemic failure. It forces us to ask, is our current civilization as indestructible as we think? Or are we just one perfect storm away from our own collapse? I want to know your verdict. Were the sea peoples bloodthirsty conquerors or desperate climate refugees? Drop your theory in the comments below. And if you want more history's greatest cold cases, subscribe to Whispers of Mystery. The truth is out there.